Lebrada and experts share elbow pain-free tricep training tips and variations for maximum growth. Lebrada and biomechanics expert Ben Yanis broke down pain-free triceps training tips and variations for muscle growth. Safe, joint-friendly training is one of Lebrada's biggest weapons. From variations to specific angles to maximize gains, Lebrada and Yanis are breaking down how to sculpt more impressive arms, particularly the triceps, with a few easy-to-understand demonstrations. Lebrada, biomechanics expert Ben Yanis share tricep building secrets. In a recent YouTube video, Lebrada and Yanis explained how to maximize gains from triceps training using free weights or a cable machine. At 65, bodybuilding icon Lebrada teamed up with biomechanics guru Ben Yanis to share elbow pain-free tricep training tips and variations using free weights and cables for maximum muscle growth. Lebrada proves age is just a number, delivering wisdom from decades in the gym alongside Yanis's science-backed tweaks. With decades of experience competing against the best in the IFBB Pro League, Lebrada has become a trusted source of wisdom in the bodybuilding community. He boasts unbelievable longevity, with many wondering how he manages to maintain his shredded physique in retirement. Free weights. Straight bar skull crusher. Dumbbell skull crusher variation. By moving the hands inward, it prevents the elbows from sticking out as much, which can improve results on straight bar skull crushers. Ben Yanis and Lebrada explained that the dumbbell skull crusher variation can be a better option since it has a more free range of motion. He also recommended a single dumbbell variation across the chest to ease elbow tension. If our forearms and our upper arms are not aligned with that resistance, parallel to that resistance, it might be a little difficult for him to manage that from the perspective of the elbow because the elbow is a hinge joint. It only moves in one direction. Unlike the shoulder, it's not going to be able to rotate particularly well. Cables. Triceps extension. Tricep pushdown variations using rope or cuff attachments. Concerning cable triceps extensions, Lebrada and Yanis underlined that a good landmark is to focus on the bony part of the elbow called the olecranon, which dictates where the hand is going to have to move. To optimize loading the elbow in a pain-free way, you want to load at a diagonal angle. Something like this kind of a bar, fixed bar, is going to restrict you in some sort of way. It's not necessarily going to be bad for everyone, but if you have some elbow discomfort, that freedom of motion to move in and out is going to be helpful. Whether you're keeping your elbows locked during pushdowns or pushing the extension like pumping up a bicycle tire, both techniques have merit. Tricep pushdown variations using rope or cuff attachments. They also broke down a variation using a longer rope attachment, and because it's not fixed like a bar, it allows lifters to bring the hands outward toward the side during elbow extension. Some people might immediately find that to be a little bit more comfortable. The downside might be that it's a little less stable. Potentially, a little bit harder to push into. Using a cuff is another variation for triceps pushdowns that doesn't require the hands to sustain tension, allowing full focus on the triceps. Notice that this cable is coming across his body, rather than sort of straight upward and downward where he has to really force that shoulder position. Generally speaking, I would say start with the assumption that more freedom of motion is going to be a better overall approach, he shared. With expert-backed advice and variations,